going on, guys? Coach Jan here, and we're talking about fixed step push hands. One player with using both arms and another player using one arm. I'm going to use one arm here, and we're going to talk about the value for each player. So for her, she's going to be focused on the player with two arms is going to be focused on taking advantage of whatever structure I create with this arm and to manipulate my body, my weight, where I step. We're doing fixed steps, so that means that the goal is to stay stationary in your stance and not move your leg one place or another. So if she makes me move, I lose. I want to make her move. So I want to figure out how to make this my advantage, that my opponent has double arm control or at least two free arms on my one. So let's play for a second and we'll just talk about some great concepts here. Okay. So that moment, I was using, as you can see, my knee, not necessarily moving my leg, but using caging, it's called, on my knee. And I always recommend, if you're using caging, to turn your toe, meaning pivot on the heel or the ball of the foot, so that the knee and the toe are always aligned. You don't want to just move the knee independently too much, because it definitely puts the knees in danger. So I always recommend that. So let's talk about the position she has, boom, right here. So let's turn it around, keep the structure. So this position is one of the most important drills that we do in the US Tai Chi push hands sports style and sports push hands. So notice that she's got control of my wrists, and it's not a hard grab. It's really more so that she's reaching the fingers around to create the shape and pulling my arm outward. Simultaneously, she has this arm with the thumb reaching back toward her face. And you've probably seen this before. This is in many forms as well. The way to take advantage of this is for her to create a flat plane. And you can do this on multiple angles, but let's just, for the purpose of this conversation, let's turn this way. So she's going to flatten my arm out parallel to the ground. She's going to keep pushing forward with this arm while pulling back here and turning her waist to get me to step. So that looks like this. You have this wonderful position here, and you're going to turn and throw the opponent over the hips. So it's really, really phenomenal position. And boom, here it is again, pushing forward one arm, but I create the leverage point here, and of course there'll be pressure on the elbow. So I'm pushing and pulling, but I'm using the hips and waist to help intensify the structure and turn it. So I'm turning and essentially throwing the opponent over. This works really well in moving or fixed step. A lot of times I'll use it in moving just for a second to essentially set up potentially a hip toss or a throw of some sort. So boom, I might go here. Sometimes the opponent's arm may turn and you may want to take the back, etc. But in fixed step, it's really, really great because in close quarters situations, to be able to quickly explode into moving an opponent off of their base and getting whatever scenario you want to happen next. It's a great component for any particular strategy. So let's play again. Matter of fact, let's switch arms.